Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Unless you're new, then hi, welcome to my channel. Today we are back with another TV/film video where I'm going to talk through all the things I have been watching through isolation. I made two different videos at the start of isolation, one being all the TV shows that I think that you guys should watch that are very binge-worthy, and I also made another one of best movies to watch during isolation, so they will both be linked down below. But today we are talking about all the things that I have watched during isolation, just new things I've been watching, because obviously we've had a lot of spare time to watch a few things. So I have actually the list I usually have in a year in a month, which is ridiculous, but I'm just gonna get straight on into it. But basically how this video goes is I talk through all the different things I've been watching recently, TV and film, and give a very brief summary on each of them. Like, I never do any spoilers or anything like that, because obviously this is me telling you to watch the thing, so I'm not going to spoil it for you. If I keep looking down, by the way, it's because it's all written in my little notebooks. The first one is Hollywood, which I literally finished an hour ago. Me and Joey decided to give it a watch after so many of you guys tweeted me telling me I had to watch it. We were going to watch it anyway, but so many of you were tweeting me to watch it, so we had to get started yesterday, and we finished it today. We literally started it last night at about 6 p.m. and we finished all of them apart from one episode, so we watched the last episode today. This is on Netflix and it's based in the 1940s in Los Angeles, California, Hollywood. That area, obviously it's called Hollywood. This is a Ryan Murphy show, so if you're not aware of Ryan Murphy, you definitely are, because they've made Glee, they've made American Horror Story, they've made Scream, they made Scream Queens, they've made The Politician, so many good TV shows. So if you haven't watched anything Ryan Murphy, you need to. And it's basically about following these different people of trying to get into the film industry. It's funny, it's a little bit cheesy. It's basically true stories but made into a TV show, so it's taken parts of reality but made it fiction, if that makes any sense at all. You'll know if you start to watch it what I mean by this, but I would say that the first episode feels completely different to the rest of the series. The first episode I was like, oh, I don't really know what I'm watching, but I kind of like it. It's quite weird and quite fun. But then from the second episode you really start to get an actual story, and actually loads of different characters start peering into it, which I just personally preferred as soon as it hit the second episode and onwards. But it covers things like racism and homophobia and stuff like that, especially in the 1940s, obviously. It's not gonna be great back then. It was just one of the best things that Ryan Murphy has done, in my opinion. Very much enjoyed it. Would recommend you watching it. The next Netflix TV show I want to talk about is Tiger King. Now this feels like such a long time ago, but believe it or not, it was only like 2 weeks ago that this whole Tiger King thing was a thing. If you haven't seen Tiger King, which I'm sure everyone has by now, it is about a man called Joe Exotic. It's completely true. It's not fiction or anything. It's a documentary series. I'm not the one for documentaries. Not really the one. Joey started watching it and I ended up getting really hooked because I was like, this is crazy. They're all bad people in this, by the way. They are just following their zoo where they have hundreds of big cats of other animals that really should not be in captivity at all. The camera crew that were there at like the time where everything was happening. They must be having the greatest time of their life, that camera crew. They must be like, oh my goodness, I'm so glad I went then. You just follow Joe Exotic and his crazy zoo with all these other mad people. The next Netflix show is Too Hot to Handle. Again, it feels like a lifetime ago since I watched this, but it was only been like a week. Too Hot to Handle is basically Love Island, but turned up. If you've watched Love Island, you'll definitely like this. If you love a reality TV show, you'll love this. This is just like everything you want. It's complete and utter trash. Like one of the worst shows I've ever seen, but it was so good. We watched it in like 2 days because we couldn't stop watching it. Basically, it's a bunch of really good looking people, as always, being shoved into a villa, as always. I don't really know what they're told in the first place, but they're all in there and told about 24 hours in. But the competition is that they can't have any affection towards each other, meaning kissing, touching, sex, anything like that, or they lose money out of the grand prize of $100,000. trying to think then, was it English or was it American? It's just great. It's ridiculous. I don't know how they're just not doing it at all. When you're watching it, you're kind of a bit like, I could do this. I could win £100,000. You know, it's great TV. It was truly awful. And now that Love Island isn't going to be a thing this year, definitely give it a watch. It will fill that hole in you. Ooh. We then have Never Have I Ever, which is another new thing that's come onto Netflix, and we finished that like 3 days ago. We're really on top of things. But Never Have I Ever is about following this Indian family. So a mum and her daughter, they just lost their dad. The mum is very, very strict on the daughter, who obviously they've lived in America, so she's grown up in America, meaning she likes boys, and she's reading a One Direction fan fiction book at the start of it, and I was like, oh, I know that book. And she fancies the fittest boy in school and all that kind of stuff. It's perfect if you're a teenager, a young adult. This is like the thing for you. Joey absolutely loved it. It was funny, so incredibly funny. I don't even know how to explain it other than you just need to kind of watch it, but it was just very good. It was about family as well. It wasn't just about her being in love with a boy, which I kind of thought it was going to go off of, but it was more about family, more about friendship, more so than the boy. I very, very much enjoyed it, and I am looking forward to season 2, very much so. And the last thing with Netflix is RuPaul's Drag Race season 12. Now, there's a lot of seasons of RuPaul and you haven't seen any of them, you need to, but season 12 is on currently, and me and Joey decided to binge watch the whole thing. So we watched it again in about 2 days. We're absolutely loving it. Our favourite is, it's like between two. I'm really, really liking Crystal Method. Oh, I love her. I think she's great. I don't know why she's not getting the recognition she deserves, but I think she's great. And also Jada. It's just another season of RuPaul's Drag Race, which if you don't know what it is a drag race, but not like cars, as in drag queens. A great reality TV show again. It's edited amazingly. It's done beautifully. It's just funny, amazing. It's just an amazing program that I suggest everyone should watch. Moving on to my other streaming service that I've been using a lot recently, which is Disney Plus, because obviously Disney Plus has appeared during lockdown, so we have been watching some things on there. The first thing being the Imagineering Story. Now this is finished, but I loved this. It was like coming out weekly, and there's only a few episodes, but the episodes are also quite long. But if you like Disney, even the smallest bit, you just like Disney, please watch this. It's incredible. I was so excited to watch it every single week. I was like, when's it gonna be Friday so I can watch the Imagineering Story? But it's basically following the Imagineers, who are the people that work on Disney World, Disneyland, all the Disneys, about how they're going to build the parks, what they're going to put in the parks, the animatronics, the actual design process of some of the things, where the ideas came from. Just, it shows you just everything behind the scenes, and I just thought it was incredible. Like, you know, there's a lot of work, but it's just insane to see it all like coming to life. And it goes all the way from the start. They've got footage from when Disney first ever opened to now, and it's just great. It was a great watching that. The day I'm uploading this, it's been a full year since I went to Disney, so this filled my Disney hole that has been empty for a year. Next on Disney Plus, me and Joey have decided to start watching all the Marvel movies. I've spoken about this in a few vlogs because it's taking me quite a while. So I've never ever watched a Marvel movie until we got Disney Plus, and Joey was like, well, while we're inside, we might as well try and watch all the Marvel movies. He's seen some of them, so he knows somewhat of it, whereas I was like, I only see the memes on Twitter, so I think it's about time I get into this. I'm trying very, very hard to get into this, but it's not quite my thing, but I'm really, really trying. So we're watching them all in order, the correct order, not when they were released. So we've watched up to Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one, so we're about halfway through them all now, but they have 90% of them. Obviously they don't have Spider-Man and things like that because it's owned by someone else and not fully Disney or something like that. I don't really know. My favourite has definitely been Thor. Just gonna have a look at what ones I've actually watched so I can actually tell you which ones I have watched. So the films we've watched so far are Captain America: The First Avenger, Captain Marvel, Iron Man 2, didn't see The Incredible Hulk because it's not on Disney Plus, so we did skip that one, Thor, The Avengers, Iron Man 3, Thor: Dark World, Captain America: Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy. They're the ones we've watched so far. I have to say, I think my favourite has been the first Thor. Winter Soldier was quite good as well, actually. That was actually a very good watch. I really want to like them because obviously they're so huge, but they're just, I'm not a superhero type person, but we will get through them at some point. Next, we've got High School Musical, the musical, the series. Now this is on Disney Plus as well. It is about kids who go to East High and a new teacher comes in and she's like, I heard that this school has never done a musical production of High School Musical, which is ridiculous because this is where the film was filmed, and so they make a production of it. But it's just, I want to say a bit like Glee in the sense of how they film it. It's a little bit funny. It's very much for teenagers and not really for me, but I do really like it. I'm really enjoying it. I'm getting very into it as well. It's just following these kids who are going to be in this musical, and it's about love and romance and, you know, that typical thing, but I'm really, really enjoying it. I think it's a very good watch actually. So if you like High School Musical and you like a little Glee type thing, then this is the one for you. I've also been watching a few films on Disney Plus, mainly films more than anything. I've watched a lot of the new Disney remakes. I never have watched any of the new Disneys, as in like the remake of The Lion King, the remake of Aladdin, the remake of Beauty and the Beast, and they're actually quite good. Like, I kind of went in expecting them to be not as good as the originals. Obviously, I'm going to be very biased and say they aren't, but I've been really enjoying them, especially Aladdin. I thought Aladdin was very, very good, like probably the best out of all the remakes. But The Lion King wasn't too bad. I mean, I'm not the one for animated real life animals, it's a bit weird. I've been enjoying just going through the remakes of Disney because it feels like I'm a child again, but more updated versions, which is quite fun. So I've been watching that, and then I've been watching some classic Disney films that I haven't seen before. So I recently watched Big Hero 6. Never seen it before, but oh my goodness, it was so good. Everyone's been telling me for so long it's really good. And I was like, yeah, I'll watch it. But I really, really liked it. I cried a lot though, as you do with all Disney films. I thought it was great. It was really, really sweet. Yeah, I've got a few more to go through still. And the last on my list of things that I have watched is Killing Eve. Now this is something we are currently watching, so I'm only on season 2, so please don't spoil anything. Killing Eve is actually on BBC. This isn't Disney Plus or Netflix, it's BBC, so you can watch it on BBC iPlayer. I have not stopped seeing things about it for the past like 2 years, and I've been needing to go and watch it, but because it's not on Netflix, straight away for some reason my mind's like, can't be bothered to find it. So Eve is an agent, like a special agent kind of person, and they are on the look for some bad people. They find this one girl who is very, very good at what she does of killing people. It just ends up being a big chase kind of thing, and it's just interesting. You never really know where it's going to go, which is quite nice. I like a show where I don't really know what's going to happen next. The hype, so far, it is living up to. But that is all the things I have been watching during isolation. Now there's a few things that I haven't watched yet, but I do want to watch, one of them being Normal People. I've seen so many people talk about it. Jerry's read the book, so he really, really wants to watch it. But yeah, that is everything I have been watching during isolation. I hope this is somewhat helpful as to what you could probably watch, which is quite new on Netflix and Disney Plus. And if you don't have Disney Plus, maybe this is making you want to get it. Definitely suggest it. It's actually quite cheap for all the stuff that you get on it. But yeah, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and I can do another one of these videos like this, or any other suggestions that you have down below for any videos like this, let me know. And hit subscribe button because I upload quite a few times a week on this channel, and it just lets you know when I've uploaded a new video. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for all the love on the other ones of these because they've been amazing. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again very soon.